I don't have anything.
I only saw Aladdin.
What'd you think of it?
Thought it was pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah, I didn't see. See, I don't have an emotional attachment to the original Aladdin. So I feel like a lot of people, because this was at like a 70%, but then it started to go down, and I think it's at like a 56% right now.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people who have an emotional attachment to the original one, they'll
Like
be
me?
like, yeah, like you. We'll be like, yeah. See, she's shaking her head. She saw it with me.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll probably be like, it's not as good as the original, you know. But I don't really remember the original, so I liked what I saw for the most part. You know, I think there is some like flaws here and there. My biggest gripe is the character who plays Aladdin. His performance is not that great.
Okay.
His acting. This is his first movie,
Ooh.
and you can
Okay.
tell. You can tell. But you know how a lot of people were like nervous about Will Smith being the genie? I thought he was probably one of the
That's
most.
what a lot of people said. They said that the thing that they were complaining about the most turned out to be the best part of the movie.
No, exactly. Yeah, like everyone was so nervous from the trailer. I thought he was the most charismatic person in the whole movie. Like he
Yeah.
added a nice bit of humor
Well,
to
that's
it.
just his chops, man. He's been
Exactly.
doing it for a while.
Exactly. He Will Smiths it up. You know, so
Smiths it up.
yeah, so yeah, his performance is really good. Also Jasmine, Naomi Scott, her name is. Great Jasmine. She was a great Jasmine. I thought she was pretty perfect. The thing that was interesting to me though is that even though this dude has like the guy who plays Aladdin is not that great, you know, acting wise,
Yeah.
like I still felt the chemistry between the two of them for some reason.
Yeah.
So I was still invested in their story as like
Yeah,
a couple.
when they were promoting the film and they had like all those like the questions that they would do together,
Yeah.
it seemed like they had become friends or something like that.
Yeah. No,
Which
for
always
sure.
helps.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So I still bought like the chemistry. I was still invested in the love story.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I was still invested in it for the most part. And the cinematography, costume design, fantastic. The settings, the special effects for the most part, very good. You know, a lot of people were complaining about Jafar because he didn't look evil enough or whatever,
Yeah.
like from the cartoon. I don't know. I mean, I thought he did a good job. It's Jafar. It's a different interpretation of Jafar, but I thought it was good. Because like in this movie, Aladdin has to trust him in a certain way. So you can't just make the dude like outright evil like in the cartoon movie, you know?
Yeah.
In the cartoon movie, they exaggerated his features to where he looks so evil. If someone looked like that in real life, no one would trust
like,
that guy. Aladdin would be like, "Yeah, I'm not going anywhere with you, dude." You know what I mean? I'm not doing anything you tell me.
Yeah.
You know? So I kind of understand why they went with like, let's make this guy look more trustworthy, more like, yeah, like maybe he's on my side, you know, sort of thing, before he double crosses you. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it was pretty good. Another little thing, Guy Ritchie has a problem with climaxes.
Oh,
You know?
I forgot he did this.
Yeah, he directed
I
this.
totally forgot that.
Yeah, he directed this movie. I think he just like remember Man from Uncle.
Yeah.
That movie almost didn't even have a climax. The movie just sort of ended. I'm like, okay, you know.
Yeah, I like that movie though.
No, it's a good movie. It's a good movie, but he just doesn't really understand climaxes. See, like with this, there is a climax for sure, but the problem is, it goes like, you know, climaxes are supposed to be like they rise, they rise, they rise until the peak, and then they fall.
Yeah.
With this movie, it's like a rise and fall. Like it's like a ebb and flow throughout the climax, and I'm like, Guy Ritchie, why?
Yeah.
You know, like even Sherlock Holmes had a climax, but even Sherlock Holmes, even though I really like that movie, that didn't really have much of a climax either.
I don't remember anything major in that movie.
It's like it was the final battle between him and Mark Strong on the bridge, and it kind of lasts like, you know, like 2 minutes, and like that's the climax. It's not bad, but I think Guy Ritchie just for some reason he kind of has a problem with climaxes. Like he just can't really figure them out. You know, it's weird.
Interesting.
It's weird, but it's the truth.
I'm still debating if I want to go see this because,
Well, you have an attachment to the original, right?
well, yeah, but not even that. Just because there's like other things that are coming out.
Oh,
that
yeah, it's
I
true, it's
wanna
true.
see. Didn't Rocket Man come out?
Rocket Man did come
I
out.
want to see that.
So look, I really liked Aladdin. I felt the magic. I felt the whimsy.
Felt the magic.
I felt the magic. I felt the whimsy. I actually liked some of the songs because they're mercifully short. Thank you. You know, I don't like it when they break out in a song.
That's unfortunate because wait till the day where I'm like, oh, we're gonna do top 5 musicals, and you're like, oh, number 1 is none of them.
Yeah, none of them. They're mercifully short, And another thing about going back to the musicals and the climax, though, I do have a gripe. There is an original song. I found out later that this was an original song for the movie. It's kind of like a girl power song, which is fine. I like the song, and the message is great. But it happens at the worst time. Like, again, it's part of the ebb.
Oh, it's just
ebb and
like
flow.
I'm Just a Girl and Captain Marvel. It's
It
like
was-
literally
I-
the worst thing you could have played right there.
Yeah. I wouldn't. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as the I'm Just a Girl, but it's like the climax is about to happen. It's about to happen. You're like, oh man, what's gonna happen? Shit's about to go down. Song, and I'm like, why? This is not necessary.
Oh no, I hate that.
And I'm like,
Oh no.
and I'm like,
Dude, you know
no.
what that reminds me of? Scott Pilgrim when he's fighting with the pirate guy and he's just like, if you want to fight me. You know what
Oh,
I'm talking
God.
about?
I can't remember that one.
Yeah, it's like the first X.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, but overall, like, I really liked this film. I thought this film was pretty good. I enjoyed having a good time. I got emotionally invested for the most part. But there is one more gripe I have. There's a framing device, or not a framing device. There's a bookend of this film, meaning there's something that happens in the beginning and end. Pointless. It's pointless. I'm like, why did you even have that? Like, you could have just started the movie after that and it would have made a difference. But that doesn't really affect the movie as a whole for me.
Sure.
Because it's literally like 10 seconds. No, yeah. Look, I like this film. I always give these live action remakes kind of a more of a pass than other people.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I thought it was good. And I actually got emotional at some parts. I'm not going to lie. Yeah.
That's a good sign.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Got emotional at some parts.
And what would you give it?
I gave it a soft 4 out of 5.
That is very decent.
It is very decent. But again, I can see why other people might not like it. Because they're not going to... Because like Aladdin's performance and like other things here and there, if they're like huge on the original, like whatever. But for me, I'm like, you know what? I don't even think I've ever seen the original Aladdin. If I have, I haven't seen it in like 20 years. I like it. I like what I saw.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. I like the chemistry and like the love story. It got me. They were friggin' cute together. And I was like, damn. At least they pulled this off.